have the idea of doing other stuff on the internet. And so I figured, why not do a test run while also doing something productive with it, you know? Anyway, this doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. Oop. There was a noise. Okay, let's switch corrupting a little bit. Okay, that was neat. Ooh, yeah. There we go, that's the Sega Master System. God, I wonder how terrible that looks on the stream. Oh yeah, that doesn't look great. That looks pretty damn bad. Oh man, alright. I'm gonna need to fix a couple things with my layout, obviously. Okay. Yeah, come on. There we go. That was nice. This is good. I could definitely use this. This is also a good test of I'm using voice meter as a compressor, sort of, so you can't hear all of the noise and the cars honking outside and all that stuff, so I can stream and have a window open, which is fantastic. You also heard Skype a second ago, I think, because I have literally one person who talks to me on Skype. I'm going to do something about that now, since nobody's watching this anyway. How do I just turn off notifications? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. And let's get back to this, if I can find the right window, because Windows 10. That was neat. This is a real-time corruptor, so I don't have to go out and make changes and then come back in. It all happens on the fly, which is really nice. Except that there's so much more variability, there's also a lot more chances of things crashing, of things just not looking very nice. Because I know there's a lot of people out there, there's a few tumblers that I look at where, you know, they do real quality stuff, and I mean, some of the stuff I do comes out pretty good, but it's a lot of just looking at nothing. Black screens, a lot of things that look the same, a lot of horrible noises like that. Anyway, I think that's enough of bonkers wax up. Let's see what... let's switch systems here. Let's go to the SNES. How about Doom? Since that's next up on my list. Oh no. Well, let's see how this works out. Yeah, that's what I figured. That noise is the emulator breaking. So let me change a couple settings here so that hopefully things don't break the next time I start corrupting. And I'm going to set up a save state inside the actual game. Oh yeah, here we go. I turned the sound up on this too because I could barely hear it. There we go. Okay. So, let's see what happens here. Oh yeah. Right. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh right. Supposed to be using the analog stick and not the D-pad on this thing to control this. My controller settings are real weird at BizHawk. Oh, not expecting that. Let's see, is the helicopter showing up? You can't hear the helicopter. That's very nice. Or maybe you can when I'm talking, but yeah. Okay, hold on, let me mess with this for a second. Obviously something didn't get saved correctly as far as audio settings are concerned, so gonna close it completely, gonna reopen it, and hopefully now it'll stick. Go back into Doom. Back to our save state and go. The problem with this is, I mean, apart from when it starts doing that, while it still looks like actual Doom, there's really not a very big area for us to look at, you know? This is nice, though. Flickering's always nice. Audio. I guess the biggest problem with Doom here is that once it gets away from the 3D and just like spits out a 2D plane of garbage, it's always the same 2D plane of garbage. And that's just not cool. So I don't know if I'm really going to be able to use this later for my... Ooh, now this is nice. I want to get a good... I want to have that... Just hold on this for a little bit to make sure that I get it later. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's some good stuff happening here. I mean, ooh, that actually looked really cool for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop corrupting this and like actually move around a bit, see where this goes. Really nowhere special. And like controlling this with a joystick is all kinds of terrible, as you might expect. So right now I'm currently only corrupting the system bus, which I found to be the most reliable way of like actually getting good corruptions as far as the Super Nintendo goes. Using the real-time corruptor, you can affect different areas of memory, and so those can provide very different effects. For example, you know, if I just want to do like the video, if I just want the video to look weird, like this just happens. But the problem with this is, you know, if you do it once, this is basically what it always looks like for pretty much every SNES game. It's just like little boxes and lines just drawn over the actual gameplay, and it just isn't very visually interesting. Not when, you know, with the system bus, you know, even though it tends to crash and soft lock the game, it can also do very interesting varied effects as well. Although I seem to not be getting anything because why the hell would I, you know? Oh man. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Hold on. Let me take a look at... What? Alright. Okay, well, I knew that was too good to last. And okay, so that was all system bus stuff for the most part, so let's see what happens when we take a look at This is something called WRAM, which I believe is write RAM, which is mostly like variables and stuff, like actual game variables. And it can provide, like, usually when the system bus corruptions are too crashy or just aren't doing anything, the WRAM is usually a pretty good backup as far as the Super Nintendo goes, and it's doing a job. It's doing a real job right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Super Nintendo games like to crash a lot, but they're also, you know, a lot of popular games came out for the Super Nintendo. That's what people want to look at. And on top of that, it can provide some really interesting, really cool looking stuff. Problem is, you've got to endure a lot of crashes to get there. Well, alright. We want to take a look at more of the audio sort of corruptions. There is the audio processing unit RAM, which does that. This tends to crash a whole bunch too. Oop. And depending on how intense you have the corruptions, it'll just break immediately and you won't get anything actually interesting. So let me turn this down a lot here. Let's do a little bit more than that. Oh. Whoa, that was nice. I cut that in half then. Whoa, what? Hold on. What is happening? Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Whoa! Oh my god. Alright. Wow, okay. Sure, just take the game away. I need to be alone for a bit. Yeah. Alright, let's turn off the audio corruptions for now. See what else we can get out of this thing. Well, let's just go with just here's when you start up the corruptor, this is like their auto select, and it's not very interesting, to be honest. How do you play Doom? Not like this, obviously. Alright, that's enough Doom, I guess. I don't know, do I want to keep going? For a stream, it doesn't have to be too long. I'll do one more game. Want to do a different system here? Oh boy. I guess I can complain about the state of NES emulation here for a bit. Afterburner. Look at that. Don't worry about the stuttering, that's me. Yeah. So here's the problem with NES corruptions. They all look like this, basically. It's all basically just taking the graphics templates and breaking the shit out of them. And sometimes, if I can get back to it, like this looks neat. But that's about it, you know? It's just stuff flying around on the screen, not a whole lot happens, you get a lot of text. So if you like looking at text, well, this is where you go. Look at those letters fly around the screen. This is basically what ROM corruption is on the NES, as far as this emulator and corruptor combo is concerned. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff you can do, but to be honest, the NES is a very complex system, so there's not a whole lot you can really mess around with. However, System Bus. This changes everything. A lot of the gifs I make, as far as the NES is concerned, come from System Bus corruptions. And basically my method is just turning the corruptor on and off and hoping that something sticks. Here, well, for a second there, I had something good. And that was just by clicking once and then clicking off again. And you know, sometimes you'll want to go back. I have a sort of reverse key. Yeah. Hold on, there was something interesting there. Let me pause it. Go back, little by little. Alright, now that's just not going to stick. But, oh well. Let's just keep going here. But yeah, this is NES corruption in a nutshell. Every game looks almost exactly the same. There's almost no reason for me to call out which specific game I'm playing, because I bet you've seen this a million times on my blog. I have a blog, by the way. I haven't mentioned it up until now, but I do. This is probably where I'm going to post this video anyway. When I post a video. It's currently being streamed out to nobody. Okay, good. It is being streamed out to nobody. It would be extremely embarrassing if I was actually streaming to somebody. A really stupid thing to say. But, you know, we'll get there. This is my first time doing this. This is why I wanted to start with something I'm comfortable with. Look at those wobbles. Yeah. Ooh. They had a little bit of noise there for a second. Unfortunately, there is no individual sound corruption for the NES. This is a real shame. This is nice. The only problem with things like this is Tumblr has a 2 megabyte GIF limit. GIF limit, however you want to say it, I don't care. And I spend a lot more time editing down GIFs, you know, removing colors, removing frames, speeding them up, slowing them down, things like that, than I feel like I really should. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all fun. It's all video games, right? Or there are lots of worse ways to spend my time. This is real nice. I bet it's not exactly coming across on the video too well. But I like this. Getting some white noise in the background now. Not entirely sure why that's happening. Okay, so it is coming from the game. I was worried it was something from outside. Or, you know, some other part of the computer. I don't know. Ooh. We have a new tone. Oh. Well, now it's gone. Hold up. I missed it. Oh well. This is neat. background layer, just static, with the stuff in the foreground moving upwards. It's subtle, but I like it. Hold on, let me see if I can hold on. We had a second ago here. Whoa, that was way too much. Ah, well, I guess I lost it. Too bad. This is the way it goes sometimes. Whoa, hold up. That's okay. Too basic. Ooh. This is really cool. The wobbly gifs are some of my favorites because it's almost like it feels almost real. I don't know how to explain it. Whoa, we had something there for a second. If I can get back to it here. Moving back a little bit at a time. Whoa, no, it's just one of those things. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know what's going on here. It's way too much movement for anything that I would be using it for. But it looks real nice. I bet it looks real weird on the video. I'm not sure how the bitrate's going to turn out for this, to be honest with you. And actually, wait, hold on. Let me see if this comes out better if I get rid of the two gifs on the side here. Let me see if this looks better on the actual stream here. No, not really. Oh well, I guess it doesn't actually matter. Ooh, they had some nice sort of color bars there for a second. Let me see if I can get back to that. Oh, damn it. Oh well. That's the problem with this. If you go back just a little bit too far, then you're just screwed. Which is something, like, hopefully I'll be able to get that when I look at the recording of this, but maybe not, maybe. Oh, what was that? Hold on. I missed it again. Oh well. I like this. Just that little bit of movement there on the bottom. And the way those steps look a little bit like pipes from Mario. Huh. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough for now. Might see if... Well, I don't know, I've got some ideas for doing this again if I want to do it again. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm mostly just doing this for the recording I'm gonna get out of it. And, well, I don't know if that's even gonna be good enough quality for it to matter. Although actually I've done plenty of just straight rips off of other YouTube videos of people inadvertently corrupting ROMs and stuff like that, and that has turned out fine. So this shouldn't be too bad either. I might up the bitrate for next time. But yeah, might do this again sometime. This might prove to be a better method of getting images out of ROM corruption than what I've been doing already, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this mic now. It's starting to freak me out a little bit.